The fortress counter has an aerial view of a typical World War I fortress as its symbol. These were massive concrete structures with sloping outer walls protecting a central structure, usually mostly buried, with thick steel turrets containing artillery and machine guns. Forts were difficult positions to take, especially by infantry-heavy assaults. Fortress counters usually represent complexes of multiple forts. The forts were often constructed in a ring around a city or other important location. Each of the polygons you see here in this little diagram represent a fort in such a massive fortress complex. Obviously, fortresses do not move. They are placed on the map in the locations they were constructed. Note that their counters have no movement factors. Also, their strength value is inside parentheses. This means that their strength is only defensive in nature. Fortresses can only counterattack when they themselves are attacked. Since they represent fixed positions, fortresses do not have zones of control. Units in the same hex as a fortress still project their own zone of control, but a fortress by itself does not have one. Fortresses take strength point losses when attacked, just like other units. German fortresses and those of most other nationalities counterattack just like normal units that do not retreat. This means that their strength at the time of the counterattack is tripled. Russian fortresses were usually in disrepair, had obsolete equipment, and therefore are not tripled or even doubled when they counterattack. Fortresses do not expend supply points when counterattacking. They are using the ammunition stockpiled in their magazines. This also means that fortresses do not need supply lines. Fortresses significantly help other units defending in the same hex. Units are never required to retreat from a hex containing a fortress. If units in the same hex as a fortress are attacked and they choose to retreat, the fortress will lose strength first. If units do retreat from a hex containing a fortress, the 1/3 reduction only comes into play if the fortress is completely eliminated and the defender still needs to take additional losses. The 1/3 reduction for retreat is then only applied to the non-fortress strength that is lost. This is because there is no such thing as a retreat benefit for fortresses. Most fortresses can hold out quite a while if surrounded, but surrounded Russian fortresses, like the one you see here, will quickly have problems. They will lose 6 strength points every turn they are surrounded, without being attacked, due to their garrisons deserting their obsolete and ill-equipped posts. In fact, Russian fortresses reduced to less than 4 strength points for any reason are immediately eliminated. In the introductory game only, there are unassailable fortresses. You can see some here, such as in Hex 1918 or 2018. The unassailable fortress is this very thick outline of the hex. These are massive fortress complexes that could easily withstand anything an opposing player in the introductory game could throw against them. These hexes cannot be attacked. Note too that while defensively imposing, these unassailable fortresses do not have zones of control. Only units in them do.